Hi, my name is Tim Flynn, and I'm the mayor of the city of Oxnard. I've had the opportunity several times to be able to appear before this program and let people know what's happening in the city of Oxnard. A lot of exciting things are happening in Oxnard, and I want to start out by talking about the collections. Many of you know that Whole Foods, which is a premier market, just opened last week in the city of Oxnard, and we have many more businesses that are going to open in the collections. And in particular, one of my favorite places to go is the Yard House. Great food, great beer, great fun, and family, and so a lot of things are happening in the collections. Also to note that I think probably the first time Bank of America has done this, maybe anywhere in the state of California, they're actually building a branch, which is right in front of Whole Foods. So the collections is a really exciting addition to the city. It's going to offer people in the city that have talked about a higher venue for both shopping and just relaxation, spending time with family. It's going to offer them a lot of possibilities. So we're really excited about the collections. We hope that you come, and we hope that people, not just in Oxnard, but all throughout Ventura County, come and visit Oxnard and visit the collections. One last note about the collections is that the Tourist Bureau, the California Visitors Center, will be relocating to the collections. And there, if you had friends from out of town, you could give them information on things to see, not only in the city of Oxnard, but throughout the county of Ventura. So the California Visitor Center is also going to be locating in the collections, and that will be also a great addition to this new exciting opportunity for people, not just in Oxnard, but all throughout Ventura County. I've been asked this afternoon to kind of give people a highlight or an update on what the City Council's been doing and what we have planned for the future. We have a lot of exciting things planned for the future, and tomorrow night on the Oxnard City Council agenda, we'll be talking about capital improvement projects. Capital improvement projects, as defined by the City of Oxnard, are those projects that have longer-term interests and they're over $100,000. So it's like investing like in equipment, as an example, roadways and infrastructure and a whole host of things. Well, tomorrow night we'll be discussing those capital improvements. Oxnard has slated for the next 5 years $566 million. That's over $500 million in these capital improvement projects in a variety of areas. Streets, about $133 million. A new wastewater facility, over $100. I believe it's $132 million. A addition to the recycled water, advanced water purification facility that we have, about $193 million. So there are many things that we're doing, but in particular, the City Council is really focused on streets, and that's what the public has spoken out loudly about, is our streets. And we have, as I said, $132 million in streets that we have to address. We have to get these roads paved. And the challenge isn't identifying which roads need to be paved. The challenge is, how do we pay for it? Right now, for that $132 million, we don't have the revenue identified to pay for those streets. So tomorrow night, the City Council will be discussing not just the streets and which streets are going to be paved and when, but how are we going to pay for those streets? And it's very important that you, as a member of the public, that you show up to a council meeting and tell the City Council, tell the people of Oxnard what you'd like to see, and especially in the context of streets, what are the ideas that you have about how the council can face this real, somewhat insurmountable challenge that many people would say is, how do we pay for these expensive endeavors? Again, capital improvement projects tomorrow night. The City Council next week, this week, will also tomorrow night be approving its final budget for the fiscal years of the next upcoming 2 fiscal years. We have a 2-year budget cycle, yet we have a mid-year review, which means through 1 year of the 2 years. And we also have a review 6 months into the mid-year review. So every 6 months we're supposed to address looking at the budget, what's our budget going to prioritize, and that's something else that you as a member of the public should speak out on, and your perspectives and your advice, your suggestions to the City Council would be extremely helpful. So that's all happening tomorrow night. A lot of issues relating public works, a lot of issues relating how the City of Oxnard spends money. And we, I think more than anything else, in the next couple of months, are really going to focus, I hope, as mayor of the city, on the strategic objectives that were established by the council several months ago at a meeting, at a special council meeting that was held at our advanced water purification facility. All the new members of the council, we do have an additional member to the city council. His name is Bert Perello. So he wasn't able to participate in that strategic summit. All the members of the council had perspectives that they shared with the staff and members of the public about what their priorities are, and what is going to be important is taking those strategic goals and objectives and narrowing them down into targets and to time certain objectives so that we can look at it this time next year and say, these are the strategic objectives that we as members of the council set up, and these are the things that we expect to accomplish in this next year and the years to come. So that's what I anticipate we'll be doing a lot of, is focusing on those strategic objectives of the council, and hopefully when we recess in the month of August and the first 2 weeks of September, that when we come back in mid-September, that we hit the ground rolling and that we really can take these strategic objectives and put them into place. So I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak in front of you. We have a lot of exciting things happening in the city of Oxnard. If you're interested in contacting me, my telephone number is 805-340-1922, and my email address is timbflynn@gmail.com. And one last thing before I leave, if you'd like to see a broadcast or like to see this, once again, you can see that at this very important website, radiopedrosa.com, and also on the Channel 6 station, which is broadcast out of Ventura. And soon the city of Oxnard will have its own channel, Channel 25, a community access channel that we hope very much to be able to provide the same programming and same news to you. So if you have a very nice day, a great summer, and come down to the city council chambers. We're waiting to hear from you.